Welcome to Module 4, Lesson 3. You're going to go to page 100. In this lesson, our I can statement reads, I can use drawings and concrete models to show 3-digit numbers. So we're going to continue with our understanding of 3-digit numbers, numbers that go into the hundreds place. Let's look at this problem on page 100. Joy brings 275 grapes to the picnic. She can fit 100 grapes in each box and 10 grapes in each bag. How many boxes and bags can she fill? How many grapes will she have left over? So we need to find a couple of pieces of information, right? It asks us how many boxes and bags she can fill and how many grapes she'll have left over. So we need to find the number of boxes and bags and leftover grapes. So let's think about how we're going to represent this. I know that she can fit 100 grapes in each box, 10 grapes in each bag. So for each box, I'm going to represent that with a hundreds flag. And each bag, I'll represent with a 10 stick. Let's start with our hundreds. We know that we can have 100. Do we still have some remaining? We do, so we can have 200s. Can I have another box of grapes? I can't, because that would give me 300 grapes in boxes, and I only have 275 grapes. So now I've placed 200 grapes in boxes. I can't put any more in boxes, so now I need to think about bags. 200, 10 more would be 210, 220, 230, 240, 250, 260, 270. Can I put any more grapes in bags? Well, if I did one more bag, that would be 280 grapes. Do I have 280 grapes? No, so I can only do that many bags. So I know I'm going to have some grapes left over, right? Because I only have 270 grapes in boxes and bags. So then I would have 271, 72, 273, 274, and 275. So here's my representation of my number of grapes in boxes, my number of grapes in bags, and how many are left over. Let's look at letter C. How many hundreds, tens, and ones are there? Go ahead and look back at your picture. Fill it in. You should have found there were 2 hundreds, 7 tens, and 5 ones. Now remember, each 100 is equal to a box, tens a bag, and our ones are what are left over. So we know Joy can fill 2 boxes and 7 bags, and she'll have 5 grapes left over. Let's look at the next problem. 330 children are going on a field trip. 100 children can ride on a bus. 10 children can ride in a van. How many buses and vans are needed? What do we need to find? Well, we know how many children are going, right? There's going to be 330 children going. We're going to have 100 children on buses on each bus, and then 10 children on each van. We need to find how many buses and vans they'll use. So we need to find the number of vans and buses. Let's again start with our hundreds. We know each bus can take 100 kids. So there's 100 kids, 200 kids, 300 kids. Can we take any more kids on a bus? If I added one more bus, that would be 400. We don't have that many, so we don't need that many buses. Now that we've placed 300 children on the bus, let's see how many we can put on vans. So 310, 320, 330. All right, we have our picture to show our 330 children. Go ahead and fill in letter C. How many hundreds, tens, and ones are there? You should have found there are 3 hundreds, 3 tens, and 0 ones. Right? There aren't 2 extra children. There are 0 ones. So we will need 3 buses and 3 vans. All right, let's look at the check understanding. There are 242 apples. 100 apples fit in a box. 10 apples fit in a bag. How many boxes and bags are needed for the apples? How many apples are left over? You're going to go ahead and draw a quick picture and then fill in how many hundreds, tens, and ones, and how many boxes, bags, and apples are left over. Pause the video if you need any more time to complete this problem. Your picture should look like this. 242. You would have found that you had 2 hundreds, 4 tens, and 2 ones. That means you'll use 2 boxes, 4 bags, and still have 2 apples left over.